Dolphins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
This is Grant. That good for 22 and a first down. They go back to Grant. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. The two are going to try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ball again on 2nd down. Room here to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Jets at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a 1-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Tua now on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Here's Grant. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Tua now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Right side caught by Jackson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They will run with Grant. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins have regained the lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
He's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short. And they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, a quick throw, but incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
17.
On second down now, it's Grant. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Grant. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On second down, a run with Hall. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. There he goes, left side. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Even the great one. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
They'll try and run it here. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like
this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
It's even tougher than making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hall again on second down. 81 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
General, west.
They'll give to Hall. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Wilson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Looking deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Trouble, 38, on the ball. Cut.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready. Drill green. Green jack.
Tua on 4th down. It's caught by Jackson. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Red, cycle. Yellow, go.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to his running back, Grant.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go now. Red, yellow, red.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and they will remain well behind.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Buying time to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Tua going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 14-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall,
83 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a give, right side. It's Grant. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack.
Tua. And this one too low.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll try the left side. It's Grant. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On third and long, it's Tagovailoa.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. Here we go. Six. Mega. Ready?
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. They'll send the tight end in motion. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Paul again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On third down, Wilson. Going up top. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Here we go.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. On play action, here's Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Right. Black shot. 52 blaster. On the ball.
Now a give, right side. Grant, and he is going to lose yardage here. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. And on paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Tua on 4th down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua, he finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long. And that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And now here's another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
Borregales now on for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
He's got a man, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Jets,
they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Miami, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.